Good morning, soul family. I wish somebody would have told me, babe, that these were going to be the good old days. Right? All the stuff that you wish you did and you didn't do. All the fear. Someday soon your whole life's going to change. And you're going to miss the magic of the good old days. This guy. I wish I hadn't drank all that bottle first. I wish I'd gone to homecoming and asked her. Wish I'd come out of my shell. Wish I wouldn't have worried what other people thought and got comfortable with myself. You know what? Don't be that person. Don't be that person that says, I wish I had. And I am not going to be that person. I'm super excited, you guys. I got to tell you. Okay, we all know how much I love the forest, right? We all know how much I love to travel. And I'm so tired of going by myself. And I told you Mercury retrograde brings back people into your life that you don't want to see, and they bring people back into your life that you do want to see. And one of my friends that came back into my life that I wanted to see was my friend Scott from, like I said, he was the very first person I ever met, old school, first person I met in junior high school. And he was really pretty much one of the only people that I stayed just Facebook friends with, and that wasn't even until just several years ago. And anyway, you guys, if you're on my page, you saw our pictures. We had fun. We went to karaokeing. And anyway, last night, I got to tell you. First of all, here's your piles. We're doing bracelets. Whoops. Ooh, that one's mixing up with that one. That's interesting. Okay, so that's going to have to stay there. So we've got this, which is the pendulum, the crystal pendulum. That's the only one that's different. One of these things is not like the others. So there's that. There's the lighter ones. There's the darker ones, although she's jumped in to hang out with this one. Look at that. And then there's the earth ones. Okay? So if you want to do zodiac, that'll be earth, that'll be fire, that'll be water, this will be air. Fire, air, water, earth. If you want to do that. Okay? Now, I'm going to put you guys, let's see. I have to Actually, I have to unplug for a second because my cats are hissing at each other. Okay, out you go. Lily's outside. Okay. So the dream. Remember yesterday I was talking about what I watched, and I was like, oh my God, you know, you watch something and you realize that everything that you thought wasn't real. And I was just like, wow, not impressed. And I was just like, what is going on? I knew that my dreams were showing me truth, but I was just like, how could I have been off, right? Well, I told you I've already had synchronicity overload, and you guys, we were shown by Spirit that, you know, through a series of interrelated events, you're going to find clarity with a lot of things, right? So it started last evening. It began. The synchronicity overload. Crazy. And I could barely even keep up with it. It came so fast. So I'm writing everything down. And it's all verifying everything. And even, like I said, even the Veronica, Jughead, Archie, Reggie, you know, the couples and everything. And I was just like, wow. And I thought, geez, and I'm the one that, you know, was with this one that, and I didn't know that he had somebody. Anyway, I told you how I am shown people in my dreams as people that I know so that I understand their personalities. And I've had confusion about who Tony is and who Troy is in my dreams, because am I looking at men or am I looking at females? Because sometimes I am a male in my dreams. I am my spiritual twin. So I'm looking at, I know who Tony is and I know who Troy is. They both represent people. One represents someone I went out with that was very spiritual, and the other one represents someone that I never dated, that I just liked, that has a spiritual kind of concept, but he's not like the other one. One of those is not like the others. So anyway, I'm watching this dream, you know, and it continues on. I'm sorry, it wasn't even dreams. It was literally messages and signs that I was getting. So I'm compiling a list. And I thought, okay, I'm going to have to, and then I saw, remember I told you, Betty and Veronica, they were frenemies, and they were swingers. They swapped each other's partners, and in the end, one of them ended up having the baby of the other one, but I don't think the other one knew it. They passed it off as someone else's child. And anyway, I'm just getting more and more annoyed and I'm like, why do I have to watch this? Niger said that too. Why do you have to watch this? I'm like, why do I have to watch this? I don't want to watch this. And I don't want to see this happening, but it kept coming over and over and over. And And I watched, and remember how I said yesterday, you don't have to be your parents, right? You don't have to be your mom. You don't have to be your dad. You get a choice to live your life your own way. It didn't happen until late this morning. I ended up getting, if I could show you, and I can't because it's privacy. I know, Liger. Come here, I'll lift you up. Come here. There you go. Back up on your chair. There you go. I had friends send me emails and videos. And one of my friends, actually Troy's cousin, who's a really good friend of mine in Wisconsin, he sent me a video. And what was interesting is the video was a song that I sang last week when I went to the Canyon Club. Canyon Club, I think it's called. I don't know. And it's, what was the song? And it's one I can belt out. I freaking love it. Let's see, Brian, what did you send me? I know, hold on. 4 Non-Blondes, what's up? And I belted it out. It was a blast. People stood up and cheered and clapped. And I'm like, whoa, he sent me that. But he sent me other videos as well. He sent me all these other things. And then someone else sent me some things. And then someone else. And I'm like, oh my God, everything was interconnecting. So you want to talk about life, imitating art, imitating life, imitating life, imitating life. By the time I was finished compiling all of these lists, and then I got the Sounds of Silence sent to me, and I thought I was going to share what I got, and then I thought, nope, that's telling me don't share it. What I am watching is someone's family. I'm watching their family history. I'm watching their parents. And what's interesting is, am I literally connecting with somebody's mother? I often wondered if I was connecting with one of my spirit, isn't that weird that I said that? With one of my spiritual twins' mother. That's interesting. I've never believed that before. But I said it for a reason. And it is the story of Jacob and Esau, right? One had the birthright and he traded it away. He didn't treat it with respect and he traded it away. And so his brother Jacob got it. And it was interesting because I will tell you this. That one message where I saw the 2 guys in the back field riding on horses, right? One was Troy, one was Tony. And the father said, where's my daughter? And Troy said, she said she was coming back. And the father was very angry and he said, you were supposed to care for her. Now she's gone out into the storm. But I realized that I chose to go out into the storm. And that was what I was meant to do. And this person, I guess, who was meant to care for me, was meant to be my twin soul, but he traded that away. Isn't that interesting? I've kind of wondered about this. So people have said that to me before, and I said, no, there's only one true twin soul. But that is probably the truth. One's a false twin, but one is a twin, right? A false twin and a true. One is there to teach you lessons, and one is there to teach you lessons. But one is a karmic, and one is the one that's meant to stay. So, anyway, as I go through all of these messages and I put everything together, and then I got the Sounds of Silence. So it's like, don't tell what you were shown, because I was literally given names, and I know the people's names, and I was given what they did for a profession. I mean, everything. And I thought, I don't know what to do about this. So I made up a post, and I said I was going to share it, but I was going to share it without the names, because the information that I was given was something that I felt these ones, they needed to know, right? But then I thought, well, I'm going to wait, because I did post it last night. I said, be prepared for it. Be prepared. God, I just can't get over it. I just can't get over it. But then I thought, no, you know what? I'm going to put it on private. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait till tomorrow morning, and I'm going to see what Spirit shows me. If I'm meant to share this or if I'm not, because sometimes you're not supposed to share. Sometimes, and I was telling, as I wrote, I was saying, this is how it's so difficult being a channel. Because as a channel, you're meant to share a message. You're meant to give a message because people need the information, right? Somebody has lied to someone and they passed something off, and this person isn't aware of it. At least I mean, that's what I'm being shown, right? And so I'm thinking, wow, you know, sometimes Spirit asks you to give information, and sometimes they don't want you to give information. They don't want it to be told. They don't want it to be out there. And so I thought, I'll wait. So when he gave me the song 4 Non-Blondes, that represented a person. She's a singer. And she's gay. And I thought, oh my God, I'm looking at the family. What I'm looking at is a surrogate family, like my surrogate family in Wisconsin, right? But I'm also looking at the real family. I'm looking at someone's real mother and father and best friends. And actually the best friends were brother and sister. And then I'm looking at the next generation, which is now. And I'm looking at my life. And I'm looking at my surrogate family. And I'm just like, oh my God, it's the same story. It's exactly the same story, except for I never got pregnant with somebody else's child and tried to pass it off as my husband's. But somebody did. And I was just like, oh my God. So I've decided that I'm not going to release what I was going to say. I've said enough. And if I'm getting all of this information, so will the person that needs this information. I've said enough that if you have a suspicion, you'll know to check into the what is it? Get a blood test for the baby, because it's not yours. I've been showing this for quite a while. It's your brother's. And if it was the family, you know, they already know that, or maybe they do now, you know, but it can cause a lot of problems, because, you know, when I watched this one you think is your cousin ends up being your sister, or this one that you think is a neighbor that is your mom's best friend and your dad's best friend, that person that you could date because you've grown up together ends up being your sister, your half-sister. That's huge. So people can do really horrible things keeping secrets and hurting their children that way. So that needs to be out. So that's that part of it. And then the fun part of it is, because I decided, you know what, I'm not dealing with that. That isn't even my drama. Remember, what did we say? Check the drama at the door. I don't want anything to do with it. I'm sorry you're going through all that shit, but I don't want to, and I'm not gonna. So then it went on to me, and I have a dream, and I am at this place where, remember I was showing you guys about the pond, that natural pond that I want to build? Well, I was there, and somebody was building it. This wealthy woman, and she was showing me the pond, and she was showing me how she's got the plants, you know, she goes, there's plants underneath that, and I can't see the plants. And I said, why can't we see the plants? She's telling me what they're going to look like. And I said, is that because when the tide comes in, it'll wash it away and then we'll see it? Like, I'm trying to figure out, why can't I see the plants? Why would you put sand over top of the plants, right? But then I walk up and I look down into the planter, which is more like the pond, I guess, right? And I see the fountain because you're not supposed to see the workings of the fountain, right? It's where the water's going to shoot up. And then I see the plants potted in there, all the plants that I wanted. And I realize that the sand is the substrate that goes over top. Oh my God, I'm just sitting here going, I'm watching what I want to build, and somebody has built it. They're building it. And I'm like, no, that's what I'm building, right? So then they ordered these 3 birds, these special birds. They were funny looking birds. I don't know what they were. Ooh, look, there's a hummingbird. Hummingbird, I will accomplish what seems impossible to myself and others, and so will you, since that messenger's there for you too. I'm so glad that they're drinking from that, you know? For a while they ignored it. Anyway, so these 3 birds, and I'm like, are they going to fly away? And then I thought, why would they fly away? They've got this amazing pond, right, with all these gorgeous plants. And so there's more that goes on in the dream, you know. There's a guy that works for this really wealthy woman and this wealthy man, and he's a security guy. And he's supposed to go into this machine, and the machine doesn't fit him properly. And the husband talks to him, and he's upset about something. He walks away, and the woman walks up, and she says, you're going to be fired. And the guy's like, what? And I said, why don't you just try to fit yourself in, you know, fit yourself. I can see if I can expand it. And I'm starting to think this is all symbolic, because think about, when we expand, it's our knowledge that we expand. It's our letting go of our fear, right? We expand and open ourselves up. So we get him inside this thing, and it's kind of tight, but I say, watch, and I pull the sides out, and I said, see, it expands. Maybe you don't have to be fired now. I'm thinking someone's about to lose their position unless they can expand spiritually and emotionally, right? So then that part ends, and then I guess I'm with these people, and I found this sleeping bag at a secondhand store. And I'm super excited. My mom's put washing the laundry, right? And so I throw the sleeping bag, I fit it in there in the laundry too, and I'm all excited waiting to get it out. So now it comes out, and I'm telling everybody, there's two women, I don't know who I'm talking to, and I'm telling them about the sleeping bag that I got. They, of course, have much more expensive things, but mine, I got it secondhand, but it's a really good brand. And I'm washing it with this really awesome smelling laundry detergent, and I get it out of the dryer, and I'm smelling it. It smells so good. It's all fluffy, and I'm super excited to be able to crawl into my sleeping bag and smell this fresh laundered material, right? And I'm all excited. So then I wake up, and the first thing I see on my Instagram page is a picture of Kings National Sequoia, where I camped. And I'm like, okay, I'm going camping. I've been saying it for how long have I been saying I need the trees, right? We make our future. My dreams are showing me. Hi. You guys can see me with my, come on. You don't really need to see me in my little leopard nightie. Come on. Why is it not loading? Because it's Mercury retrograde and Mercury, anyway, that's it, right? So I see this and I'm like, okay, this is, and it literally is Kings National Sequoia where I was. So I thought, okay, I can't stand it. So I start looking for camping stuff. I'm thinking, I must be going camping. I'm going camping. And then I thought, fuck, I must be going camping. I am going camping. I told you guys, I'm not waiting anymore, right? What did that song say? I wish somebody would have told me, babe, that these were the good old days, because they are. And time is passing by. And my thing was, I'm so tired of going camping by myself, you know? So I start looking through the Canyon Lake Exchange, and I found this one thing that's got it's a camp blow-up bed, a single blow-up mattress, a brand new sleeping bag, and a water, one of those those things for $50, right? However, the place that I know in Kings National Sequoia, down the road, there's showers for 50 cents. I'm like, screw that. I'm not gonna have a water bag shower. I'll use the one there for 50 cents. I think you got to put in like $1.50, but whatever, right? So I'm going through trying to find all these sleeping bags, and then I wrote to my friend Eric, who just showed up in my life again. He's a Leo. He just showed up. The men are coming out of the woodworks. It's a trip. Remember I kept hearing the word, I am Aquarius? I am Aquarius. I am Aquarius. My friend Scott's Aquarius. So I wrote to Eric, and I said, because he wrote to me yesterday and asked me something. Actually, he was one of the ones who sent me something last night, and I said, why did you send me this? And he goes, I don't know. And I go, what do you mean you don't know? He goes, I don't know. I just was supposed to send it because Spirit told him to send it. And that was one of the things that showed me what was going on. And I'm just like, oh my God. And he's a Leo, right? So, and so was Troy, by the way. And so is probably the woman who my spiritual twin is connected to. So I'm just like, unbelievable. And Scott's an Aquarius. So I wrote to him, hey, do you have a sleeping bag? I said, do you have any camping stuff? Because a lot of people have camping stuff and they don't use it, right? And I'm thinking, if anybody has camping stuff, maybe they'll sell it to me, because summer's almost over. Well, not really, but kind of. And a lot of people think they're going to go camping and they don't, right? So he doesn't answer me. But then I thought, I'm going to write Scott and ask Scott. He was staying up here in Temecula, close to where I am, but he lives in San Diego County normally. And I texted him and I said, hey, do you have any camping stuff? And I said, I want to go camping. And I started to tell him about how I camped in my car up at Kings National, and it was awesome, and blah, blah, blah. And then I said, and all of a sudden I just thought to myself, I wonder if he wants to go. So I said, do you want to go? So he writes back, he goes, yes, I've been there, and yes, I want to go. I'm like, really? And so we start writing back and forth, and then I thought, forget this, I'll call him. So I call him, and I said, do you really want to go? And he goes, yeah. And I go, where are you? And he goes, I'm in Temecula. I go, really? You're still here? And he goes, yeah. And I'm like, oh my God. Okay. I said, well, he goes, he played a gig in San Diego, because I told you he's a tribute band for the Foo Fighters, right? He looks like Dave Grohl, totally. And he's the lead singer and guitar player in that band. So he played down in San Diego last night, and he goes, I didn't get in till like 4:30, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I woke you up. I'm tired too. I've been up all night doing these stupid dreams. But I told him about my dreams, and he has dreams and visions like me too, right? And we start talking. He's Jughead. I'm like, oh my God, you're Jughead. I can't get over this. He's got this super old bitchin', it's not a super old, but it's an old style bitchin' RV that he wants to fix up, right? Like, what have I been saying, you guys? So we're going camping to the Kings National, like soon, because he can work, he can go whenever. So I just got to get my stuff together. And he starts talking about all of these little businesses and these ideas he's got. And I'm like, oh my God, you're a Jughead. And that's so weird. Then he's laughing, and he goes, oh, I've got so many ideas. And what does he say? I told him about, and my friends in Wisconsin that are watching this, there's one of my friends, they own a place, let's see, I'll pull it up and I'll show you, Nisselbox. He's from Norway, I think, and I said they have this vintage camper, like trailer that they fixed up. This is their site, NIST, okay, Sturgeon Bay, right? And this is them, Nisselbox. And they make the best food ever. Hold on, this is, oh, I know where they are. They're my friends. The town is so small. Okay, hold on. So what they do is, because Scott says he's made donuts. He's done it before, and he's sold donuts out of there, and he's gonna do something else. And I'm just like, oh my God, you're hysterical. Say, look at their food. So they made burritos, breakfast burritos, and in the town, I was telling him how they have all kinds of food. But look at this. Oh my God, this is so good. And I want to go home so bad, I can't tell you. So they're such good cooks. They really are. He's a musician and a cook. Think about that. And the fresh fruit. I mean, this is like my life, right? So I say to him, what they do is this, they go to where all the gigs are. I said, you know, in that town, nothing's open at night for food. And so the gigs would be done, and we're all starving. And so people would be like, I wonder if Nisselbox is back. Because they would only come in the summer, right? Otherwise, they're all over the different parts of the country that are warmer, right? Or they close it down or whatever. So when they would show up, I mean, they got all the business. And he goes, oh my God. And I said, oh, it's the coolest town, Scott. You would love it because it's all musicians, right? And he goes, I would love to go there. And I said, we should go there. And I'm like, dude, you should go to one of the festivals. I mean, he's a freaking amazing, you know, musician and singer. And he goes, wouldn't it be fun to take a road trip back there? And I'm just like, oh my God, right? So here I am, just like flipping out. Okay. And I'm telling you, I mean, talk about that, life imitating life, and no moving, you know, no sitting on my ass. I'm moving forward. I'm super excited. Oh, so I'm going to show you, but I'm not going to open it up. I told you guys, today is the unveiling. The Blessed Be reading cards by Lucy Cavendish. Look at the pictures. That's why I got it. I got them because of the pictures. Now, I'm not as impressed. Because there's a lot in this, but most of the cards, there's not a lot of detail. And that's what I was really looking for, and that's why Sandy and our deck is going to be so awesome, because there's going to be so much detail. But I have to do a reading today, and I was wondering, you know, what to do. And I said, he goes, well, let's meet for lunch and we'll talk. And I said, okay. And he says, I got to head to the beach today. And I said, I was going to head to the coast or to the mountains. And he goes, well, let's go to the beach. And he's doing Uber for just today, and I guess he's covering. And I said, that's cool. I said, we'll meet at the Encinitas Market and have lunch across the street at one of the little little shacks that stand there. And I'll do my reading, and you can go do your Uber thing, and that'll be my day. So we're going to go, that's where I'll be. I'm going to be going to Encinitas, and somewhere, I don't know if maybe I'll do it on Moonlight Beach. I don't know, maybe I'll do it at Swami's. That's where I did it the last time, right? The last weekly reading when I was at the coast. So look forward to that. So at 2333, Ascended Masters, 333. Ascended Masters are working with you. Somebody that you no doubt feel very close to. I feel very close to Archangel Michael, Metatron, and whoever it is. Okay, here we go. Make the sacrifice. So here you are. Oh, hold on, let me shut this. Does that help? It's a bummer that I have to close all the blinds. Here we see that dragon up in the trees, up in the forest, holding on to something that's dead. Right? I don't know when this is ever going to be. Lacking the reflection. Oh, please, it gets worse, doesn't it? Sorry. Gosh, I gotta shut it all up like a drum. And it's still reflective. Oh well. Okay. So here you see this dark dragon sitting up. I wish it was no reflection. It's annoying to me. Maybe I need to shut this away. The light away? Is that it? No? Gosh. Anyway. Yes, life is a reflection. That's what it's trying to show me. Everything is a reflection of everything else. There's mirrors, mirrors, mirrors. I'm telling you, it's like a fun house. So the dragon, there you sit up in your forest. And you look like you're angry, your eyes are red, and you're holding on to something in your heart hand that is dead. Even the moon is below you. Yep, the moon is below you, because you know what the moon is? Your intuition, and you're not paying attention to it. You're sitting there staring at something in your left hand that's dead. You're holding on, maybe you're sitting there focusing on past memories. You're holding on to something that makes you sad, something that's long dead. And what I got was, because of what I've been watching, I've been watching someone's family history. You could be old, you're holding on to ancient history, and you need to let it go. Because you're just sitting there. That you're not looking at your intuition, you're dark, you're in a beautiful place, but you're all alone, and you're being asked to make a sacrifice. And the number 2 and 7, 9. Get to work, light worker. You have everything you need at this time to move forward on your life's purpose. I wish you could see how beautiful this is without the reflection, and I can't freaking do it. I don't know why. That's really, really bizarre. Spirit's totally making a point right now that everything I've been shown is reflection, and I already know that. So when you start awakening to the point where you realize what's all these messages that are coming at you, it gets very, very confusing, right? But you're being shown reflections so that you can break out of an old way of thinking. You don't have to be your mother. You don't have to be your father. You don't have to keep continuing that karmic cycle. It goes for generations. We have themes, family themes. My family did, and I broke it. I broke my family's theme. My family the men were alcoholics, the women were molested, and it stopped with me. It stopped with me. And this is what I'm looking at this here. Somebody is sitting up there alone. You go into the mountains to meditate. You go into the mountains to go within, right? When the great wave comes, go to the mountain. It's introspection. But you're holding on to something in your heart hand that is long dead. So something needs to be released. You need to make a sacrifice. You're not going to get what you want if you don't act. And if you're unwilling to act. You have intentions, you have desires, but you're not doing anything with them. And it's not going to land in your lap. It's not as simple as wishing and dreaming. You're a dreamer, and you need to get out. Get out of the mountains and do something about it. Now what's interesting is I didn't choose, did I? What did I say this was? Fire, and this was earth, right? This was water, and this was air. So this is mine. So I am acting. I am acting. I'm doing it. Get out. These dreams are also a foreglimpse of what's going to happen in your life. I'm making this happen. Clearing my throat. I'm clearing away what no longer serves me. Something that was dead. Holding on to something dead in my hands. Why? I'm alone when I go to the mountains. My dreams are just dreams unless I do something with them. Right? So I am walking my walk and talking my talk. We have to make it happen. We have to believe it's going to happen, and we have to be ready and willing to do what it takes. There's some sacrifice. So what do you have to put down in order for you to attain what it is that you desire? You've got to give. You've got to give of yourself. You've got to engage. Because right now this is dead. What you're holding on to into your hands is dead. New location. Are we moving? And he just said that. Liger just said, he spoke when I said that. New location. Are we moving? Yeah? Yeah. I'll follow you wherever you go. I want to be with you, says Liger. My lion tiger. Half lion, half tiger. Okay, I get it. So if I were to read this, we've had this before, if I were to read this in a love reading. Yes? It's a love reading? Okay. Then the person that you're asking about wants to be where you are. There's love and there's healing. There's goodness. There's a big porch with bright windows looking out to the future, right? All looking out front. Green, healthy grass to stand upon. The grass is green at this home, right? The colors of turquoise, that's my soul color. So if someone were to ask me, does he want a future with me? Are we going to move in together? Or am I moving? Am I going to be getting this new job which requires a move? Yes, you're probably moving. They want to live with you. They want to move in with you. They want you to move in with them. The simple fact, and he keeps crying, do you hear that? Yes. The simple fact is this person wants to be with you. There's love, which is green at the front door. That front door and the shutters to those windows are love and healing. So now another message is, you might be moving. I'm getting that, right? So at 30 minutes and 22 seconds in, we go to the air signs. Yes. Yes. Okay. I'm going quick through these because I got to go to the beach. Solitude. Okay. So there you are alone. Isn't that interesting? The first one was alone and this one is alone. So you see that. That's a badass looking place. That looks like what Uncle Phil and I find when we're in Wisconsin. That'd be a cool tiny home to live in, don't you think? I do. That looks like Moss Landing. And you know, I've never been to Moss Landing, so I need to look it up. I used to speak to somebody who lived in the mountains, and he had a possible job at a plant with a tower in a place called Moss Landing. And I did look it up at one time, and I said it didn't look as beautiful as the mountains where he was, but it was a really good place where he was supposed to go for him as work. And it's a power plant, and I think about that. That's a message in itself. It's a power place. If you go to the ocean is a generator of spirit's energy, the largest body of water in the world, the ocean, right? It's a power place. It's where we connect closest to spirit. And the place what's so bitchin' about it is Moss Landing is in Monterey County. Diving in Monterey Bay, you can't beat it with a stick. So I keep talking about Moss Landing. It's so weird because here it is. So this is what it looks like. Those are the tower plants, I guess, that he's talking about, right? And no, it doesn't. And look at the whales. Oh, look at the whales. Oh, and look, there looks like there's a fair of some sort. So I was looking at it. Oh, neat. And I was saying to the person, oh, the mountain is so much more beautiful. Is there any way that you could find a place in between the mountains and Moss Landing? But look at it. That's a really cool place. And the person's like, yeah, I guess. But look at, I mean, there are beautiful places there. That's the kind of place I would love to live. I love Northern California, right? So maybe I'm supposed to move to Moss Landing. That's a message I'm getting because I keep getting Moss Landing. I keep speaking about it. Remember I told you that my dragonfish needs to have had moss that cleansed his water. It was purifying his emotional waters. That was a beautiful place for him to be. So here, all of these things come into play right now. There's kind of a fog going through your life right now, right? You're trying to figure things out. It's a very reflective time. You're in between full moon, new moon. You're just kind of like in a place where you're thinking. There's a ladder reaching up to the top of this tower. What are you looking for? These are the steps that you need to take? What steps do you need to take in order to make what it is that you want become a reality? Look at the light post outside. I love that Victorian light post. What a badass place. Yes, I get it. I want to live there. I want to live in that lighthouse. That's so freaking... Oh, and that's the next message. That's what we're meant to do, right? Just shine our light. We want to be the port in the storm. I want to be the port in the storm. I want to be the lighthouse. And how do you be the lighthouse? You just do your work. You shine your light. You can't shine your light if you're sitting up here holding on to something that's dead in the dark, right? You got to follow your dreams. Follow your spiritual path because number 9 said, get to work, light worker, right? And check it out. Number 13, 1 and 3 is 4. There are angels all around you. You are completely guided, protected, and loved. There is no reason for fear. So as you go into this solitude, and I have no idea how she reads this card. Like, I'm just reading the messages that I'm getting by looking at all of this. I'm saying, open up those shutters, right? Open up those shutters. Let the light in. Shine your light. Be a port in a storm for other ones. Be the example. Stand strong. Live your life. Live your path. You don't have a bunch of people around you. I love that. You don't have a bunch of city around you. You have gorgeousness around you. It's a beautiful place. And clearly this is something that Spirit's asking for us to do right now. Now, I don't remember if I turned this around, if I turned it upside down. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm going to have to read it both ways, I guess, because on one hand, you recognize the value of solitude. You recognize the value of following your path and going after what you love, even if you stand alone, right? You see your reflection in your mirror. I've seen my reflection in generational mirrors, and I'm breaking that karmic cycle, and I'm standing on my own, following my spiritual path. So right now, if we got this in the upright, and I'm sorry I don't remember, you're being asked to step back, take your focus off all of the worries in your life, and just simplify. And you'll watch as things work out. If it was in the reverse and I flipped it, then you've isolated yourself too much, which I kind of think it was, because that's what this is, right? And I have done that as well. So there's been too much isolation. And it's time to get together with friends and bring your loneliness and shake it out, put it in the wash, get some fresh smelling air moving through your life. Because separating yourself from people and being completely alone is not a good idea. Are you feeling alone in the situation that you have in front of you? Share it. Share your ideas or your dreams with a friend that you can really trust. Someone that supports your dreams, like Scott and I talking, right? We obviously have the exact same ideas. It's fun to have a friend that you can speak to that agrees and encourages you with your dream. I'm super excited. I'll help him fix up his motorhome. How fun! How long have I wanted to do that, you guys? Right? So right now, join in with others. Together with friends. Find ways to talk to spirit. Like I've realized, yes, I've been watching all this stuff going on, but you know what? It's not my life. And yet it was. It was showing me a karmic life cycle. And I tell you, I get these things maybe ahead of time so that you can stop. Because there is somebody that's going to get themselves pregnant. And it's not going to be with you. It's going to be with someone else. Because you know that the relationship that you're in, they're cheating on you. They're going out with someone else behind your back. So stop it before it happens. Get out of a dead-end relationship before you get pregnant. Or you get someone pregnant and then you're stuck. You know? Because people will do that in order to get someone's money. I watch that in my dreams. And even if you are in a dead-end situation, right, and there is a child, you never stay in a relationship because of children. That is the worst thing that people have ever done. That's why we have these karmic cycles that have been so painful. Growing up with a family, a father who's gay, or a mother who's gay, and stayed with the family and had side affairs, right? Husband never having sex because the wife is gay, doesn't want anybody to know. How embarrassing. My family approves of the marriage, but we have no love. Okay, and you're going to stay because of the kids? What? So you can tell your kids that this is what we want you to do when you grow up? We want you to learn how to be in a dysfunctional marriage where you're not happy? How stupid is that? Your soul contract is done. It's dead, right? It's dead. So, right now, this is about separation from where you shouldn't be and joining where you should be. Ask Spirit to help you. They speak to us in ways like very mysterious ways. I'm getting prickles in my right hand right now, like big time. And Spirit wants you to know you're not by yourself. Don't worry, we are never alone. Spirit is always with us. I mean, if you could see the pictures that I was given and the videos and the dreams and the messages, I kept everything in my dream journal. It's so crazy, only Spirit could do it. I also got a message this morning about, remember I talked to the other day about colonoscopy? Somebody needs a colonoscopy. Maybe somebody has what is it called, an ostomy bag because they had colon cancer or testicular cancer or whatever. I literally saw somebody in the mountain that is having a colonoscopy, and I said, why would they? It's a checkup for cancer, or maybe they've had cancer. So this comes up when I see this horse that's been injured, right? I have an ailment, an injury, a pain, or a wound. Well, Liger does. Liger's got his skin's bothering him right now. But I also did see somebody who's had colon cancer. I've watched it in my dreams for the last 3 years. I've watched it. They weren't able to hold their bowel, and it's colon cancer, right? And so that's just coming into my mind right now. And again, comes back the message that I posted about, would you be the type of person that would not be with someone because of that? If they couldn't have sex the normal way, if they had to have a bag with them, would you leave them? Would you not go out with them? Would you be afraid to address someone or go after someone because of that? Would you push someone away? That is called conditional love, not unconditional love, right? I'm saying all of this because I've seen it all. So I've seen it all because it's real and somebody's dealing with it. And it's something that a true friend should be able to talk to a friend about, and it's understandable. And there's all kinds of things that can be done, right? Also, remember, well, you probably already got your message, but we did get that the person that I was showing that had that, the cancer issue, was they would be 95% cured, which meant they would probably have some kind of an issue afterwards, right? Maybe they have a bag, maybe they have to take a shot before they have sex, maybe, who knows? There was something, or maybe they just would always have to check it or watch it, but they would be 95% cured. But Spirit told me the only way that would be is if they moved away from their family, which was their trigger, which was causing all of this chaos in their lives. And when you have that dark energy and that toxic energy, it affects your body, because every mental, emotional issue that we have causes a physical manifestation, right? If you're stuffing all your feelings, you're full of shit, right? Think about it. I said you need to clean out. You need to clean yourself out. So maybe that's all you need to do, is express yourself, because you're full of shit. You're lying. You're not telling the truth. You're not expressing how you feel. It's causing an injury. It can literally cause a physical blockage. If you are someone that's had this issue, Spirit said they need to get away from their triggers, the toxic energy, get into nature, be around spiritual people, eat healthy, health food. It was more holistic medicine than Western medicine. And they would be cured of the disease, whatever it was, and be 95% their regular self. So that is a message that goes out again if you had doubt. So right now, if this is a lover in a love reading, they're telling you, I'm dealing with an injury, a pain or a wound. It could be emotional, it could be physical. Your pet is also telling you this. This is also showing me blue, so I'm dealing with sadness or anxiety or depression, which is why they needed the beryl crystal, right? Which is why you would keep them in a beryl vat, because you can soak it in water. So let's ask this person, beryl crystal. Let me show you the crystal again, because we're going to put it in circuit for any of us or anyone that we're connected to, anyone that we love that is not well. We're going to take this crystal. We're going to take our left thumb and we're going to touch it, and we're going to rub it over our third eye. And we're going to say beryl crystal in circuit. And what it does is it takes all the qualities and all of the physical and spiritual healing benefits into your physical body. And that is your intention. It's truthfully how it works. How much of the world is intention? A ton. Look what I manifest just by talking about it, right? So now we have given this one beryl crystal that's going to help them with anxiety, depression, and expressing themselves, because this is blue. They're having a difficult time expressing themselves and they need to speak. Okay? So at 43 minutes, we go to the water bracelets and the mermaids. Contemplation time. Boy, there's a lot of this right now, isn't there? So Spirit wants you to do just what we've been saying. Mermaid, go to the beach or the forest. Right? Merman, are you in the forest while the mermaid is at the beach? I think so. So actually I heard that. Where's my dream? I heard something about, I wrote down so many dreams this morning and so many messages that it might take me a few minutes to, someone's looking for a missing boy in New Mexico. Okay, in dreams, I want to know what it was, because they did say something to me about the forest. Now, sometimes, okay. Oh, they showed me a picture of this little tarsier. It's one of the world's smallest primates. And it says, he disguises himself in the forest by pretending to be a small teddy bear undergoing a colonoscopy. So there we go. There's a bear, teddy bear, he disguises himself pretending to be a teddy bear undergoing a colonoscopy. Now, that could represent two things. Somebody that's pretending to have colon cancer or having that done, or somebody who's pretending to be gay, which is what I got. So they're in the forest and I'm going to the beach. Right now is the time to spend some time alone, meditating on what it is that you truly want. What do you want? Look how lush this is. Look at the rainforest. Remember the bejeweled forest that I keep hearing about? So Spirit wants us to spend some time thinking about, where do you want to go? I want to go home. I want to go home, visit my family. I want to go to the beach. I want to go to the forest. And I'm doing all of it. Well, right now I'm doing going to the beach anyway. I'm going to talk to my friend. But, I mean, think about, how long have I said that I want to have an RV and travel, right? A tiny home. Gosh. I said that I would like to have a small cabin in the woods and travel. Those are the two places that's what I wanted to do, right? So I still want to do it. So for you, what is it that you want to do? Spirit's saying right now, the best place for you to be is outside. If you can go to the beach, conductor of water, greatest conductor of water, put your intentions out, right? This is my intention stone that Spirit gave me when my spiritual twin went to Greece. I found it at my feet. I asked for something, and this is what I was given. I picked it up. I put my love into it, and I went and I touched the water, and I said, feel this loving, healing vibration crossing the water to you in Greece. Right? This is an intention stone. So intention is very, very powerful. That love was felt, whether the person understood it or not. That energy was sent. So go to the beach, put your feet in the water, or to the lake or to the river, put your feet in the water and send your intentions, your vibrational intentions out to the universe. What is it that you want to draw in? Right? Go into the forest and do it. Spend some time relaxing. Deep breath cleansing, right? What do I want to do next? I just heard travel in my head, okay? What is my heart's desire? Freedom, travel, love, family, health, right? Spiritual work, all together in one. So write down what your answer is, and then spend some time realizing and understanding that these are your true priorities. And this is what you need to structure things around. So instead of sitting up here like this, holding on to something that's dead, in a dark, dismal place, not listening to your intuition, ignoring that it's there, knowing what it is that you desire, maybe you need to come down to Moss Landing, put your feet into the water, or maybe you're in Moss Landing. Maybe you're isolated in both places, because right now this shutter is all closed up. That's not good. That's not good. We want to open the shutters. We want to open the windows. We want to get outside in nature, right? We don't want to stay tied up to that, what is that? That fence. You're on the fence. You're tied up to it. Something to do with your family tree? I don't know. It's kind of dry and boring tied up to that fence, right? So get out and figure out what it is that you want to do and do something about it. Yeah, what you need is emotional water. You need an expression. Water is emotion. I need a drink, says this protective German Shepherd. Best friend, loyalty, love. If I'm reading this as a love reading, this is your best friend. Your best friend needs emotional connection. They want a drink of your emotional waters. Love, loyalty, best friend, friendship, unconditional love. This one's at the beach. Your best friend at the beach needs love, unconditional love, loyalty, protection, friendship. But they need emotional water. They're parched. Right now, I need water. My mouth is dry. So then this is telling you that this one, your best friend that's going to be at the beach today, she needs emotional connection. She needs speech, communication. This is water. This is blue, truth, speech, right? Your animal is telling you, I need my water changed more often. I'm feeling dehydrated. So I think that might be Lily. So let me just make sure, because I let her out and I don't want her. My cats get dehydrated when I get dehydrated. Lily, are you out here? Lily, where are you? Hold on, you guys, I just have to check. It's not as hot right now. Hi, baby girl. There she is. Okay. It's not as hot, but it is pretty hot. So I just need to make sure that she has water. Here you go, baby. Hi, honey. Here. You want her? You want her? Here you go, honey. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, baby girl. Sometimes I think she's a grandma. You know? I'm a grandma. So maybe she's representing me right now. You want to come in? Oh, she does. She was dehydrated, see? She was, and she went right to her water. Okay. See, I listen to what my animals tell me and what Spirit says. It's that simple. So, that was pretty obvious. And actually, I just said, I think that that's a grandma. I'm a grandma, and I need emotional connection. Okay, so at 49 minutes and 57 seconds, I'm proud of myself for breezing through this. We go to, I guess this is, did we say this is Earth? Go to Earth. 4 of water. Okay, this is interesting because I got this message in readings yesterday. I can't tell you how many times this message came up for my clients. So when that message comes up for my clients, I told you, I always look at, if it repeats again and again, clearly it's something that I am meant to pay attention to myself. So it came up again. And what you see is this mermaid. And she's looking at this third part. This is how I would read this in a love reading. And it is. Because see these 3? And see this one leaving? That did not happen accidentally. And did you see what it just said? Let's start it at the beginning. Watch this. How can I do this again? Shoot. Skip the ad. It said you're tired of the old way of doing things. So I don't know if I can. Like storage, old storage. Think about storage, right? We're old stuff that we're carrying. There's Wonder Woman putting up a shield, right? If you want your battery to last all day, think about our battery. Now, I want it to start again. I don't know if we can. What is the of? I don't even know what the message is. Let me take it back. Boulder Beach. Boulder Beach. Okay, Boulder, Colorado. Why did I say Boulder, Colorado? I wasn't thinking Boulder, Colorado. I was thinking Boulder up. Okay, there's all kinds of things that are giving me messages right now. So what it said was you don't want to do the same old thing. And you saw, and I just talked about a third-party situation, and you saw that 1 penguin and the 3, right? And it just keeps going. That's what you're seeing here. You're seeing that this mermaid is so focused on these 3, this third-party situation, that she's not recognizing this big, beautiful cup right here. The 4 of water. This didn't work out. It's a 3-way, right? There's 3 people involved in that situation. Do you really want to be a part of that? No. Look what's over here. There's jewels on this. There's nothing on there. And for me to jump over and see that on the screen of that 1 penguin walking away from the 3 penguin. Remember I said before, I've been getting from Spirit for the longest time, there are 3 that need to be left. And there's 1 that's going to be going away from them, which is what we just watched. And then I said Boulder, Colorado, Boulder Beach. That's odd because Colorado keeps coming up for me. And Boulder, Colorado, I've never been there, but I was told it's the kind of town that I would love, right? And I pulled that up actually, and I think that there's all kinds of reasons for this, you guys. This picture, that's Colorado. That's my banner picture. So Boulder's a big deal for me right now, apparently, and it's the forest, and I love it, so maybe I am going there. There's 3, however, or maybe there's 3 in Boulder, Colorado that I'm leaving. Yeah, maybe that's the third-party situation I don't want anything to do with, or you. Because right now, there are 3 things that you're looking at here, and you don't see something beautiful over here. This one is the Ace of Cups. That's what you don't understand. Oh my God, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. No, you don't. There's 3 involved in that. Do you want to be involved in that? I've been watching this in my dreams. All these swapping around, right? 3 ways. I don't want that. I don't want anything to do with that. That is not my life. So I'm not looking at that. I walk away from that. I'm looking at the King of Cups. Wow. I'm looking at the King of Cups, I just said. Okay. So I'm looking at the King of Cups. And they're telling you that there is the King of Cups. There is the cup. I'm laughing at how my words just pop out of my mouth. I'm just laughing. This is going to be a longer reading for this particular sign. Penguins, for one thing, is going to be brought up again. The penguin totem. And that's... I'm thinking about the black and white, the duality of the dark and the light, right? Which is what we're trying to find, a balance, the yin and the yang, right? Penguins are always, it's also about dreams. It's symbolic of dreams because they spend kind of like 50-50 water, land. And I kept getting yesterday 50-50, right? Water and land, 50-50. It's about your intuition. So the penguin is telling you that the period of darkness that you've been experiencing is now ending. And there's light at the end of your tunnel. This period of darkness is now ending. And it's going to be bright and happy. There's light at the end of your tunnel. You don't see it. You're so focused on this old news. Maybe this is old news. This happened, but it's over. It's done. The King of Cups is standing here alone. That King Penguin walked away from those 3 people, right? You've got the power to change whatever you want to in your life. That's what Penguin is telling you. It's about using positive thoughts and affirmations and being grateful for Spirit's guidance. And believing that you've got the King of Cups standing in front of you. Or maybe it's the Queen of Cups. I said the King of Cups for some reason. But there's light at the end of your tunnel. So stop focusing on what it was that didn't work out. Because right here, missing an opportunity, discontentment, or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. Just possibilities is something amazing. Maybe what I've been watching, I have been watching something that happened, yes. Maybe I needed to see what happened, right? But it's over. It's in the past. This one stands alone. Why am I focusing on that? And that's what I said this morning. I don't care about this shit. I don't want to watch this. I'm moving forward with my life. I want to have fun. See the dolphin jumping? See how this is all adorned, this big, beautiful cup? I am the Queen of Cups. And I want my King of Cups. And it doesn't have to be a water sign. Look at, this is Earth, right? This is Earth. And you know what? You don't have to be an Earth sign. Because Earth just represents that you're grounded, you're stable, you're a hard worker, you're earthy. That's me, right? And air signs. I'm a Gemini rising, right? Air is, you don't have to be an air sign. You're just exhibiting the signs of the air, like a Queen of Swords. Speak the truth, right? Sometimes you're a little bit blunt, but you're straight and you're honest. And you don't have to be. What is this one? The water sign. Right? But I am. But look at I accidentally picked up. Remember, this one fell in. This came from the earth signs. This is the black and white, the penguin actually. This is hematite, and this fell over from the other. They kind of all got mixed up. Why? Because we have every one of these things mixed up in us. None of us are just one sign, right? I have 3 earth signs. Earth is in my Venus, my house of love. Earth is in my house of love. So all of these, that's why I don't get hung up on the signs, you guys, right? And the penguin is telling you, guess what? Remember yesterday there's something really exciting about to happen? Well, they're telling you, get ready for a life-altering course of mystery, intrigue, and transformation. You think I'm going to say no to that? Hell no, I'm going to grab that King of Cups as the Queen of Cups. And Spirit's encouraging you to do so. Because remember, again, 4, there are angels everywhere, all around you. You are completely guided, protected, and loved. There is no reason for fear. We were getting yesterday that Spirit's going to want us to take a leap of faith, and we might feel like we're not prepared, right? We might be sitting up there thinking about the past, not forgiving ourselves, or hung up on it, or belaboring it, or mourning the loss of something that's long dead gone, right? Fuck that. Get over it. Grab yourself a fresh drink of water. Bring the brightness into your life. Get ready to move forward and go for this adventure, whatever it is that Spirit's got before you, because you've got to be ready for it. And Penguin is telling you, you need to build your self-esteem by paying attention to how you look, your personal experience. Get your hair cut. Not too much. I like long hair. Shave. I like scruffy though. Get a pedicure, a manicure. We've been getting a lot about this. Do something about your own physical appearance that makes you feel good. And Lily just spoke right then. Yeah, baby? She just cried. So that was emphasis on that. Do something about your own physical appearance at this time. Wash your clothes, right? Wash your clothes, wash your hair. Wash your face and wake up. Stop playing video games all night. You know? Start loving yourself. Get yourself grounded. Start paying attention, because the penguin is telling you Things might be feeling really chaotic for you right now, but they're only doing that because you're allowing yourself to get tousled in your emotional waters, focusing on the negative instead of focusing on the positive. So there is divine order to the chaos that's going on, because sometimes we are affected by outside things that we can't stop. So we still need to focus, right? We still need to continue to move forward. You are a mer person. You can move through your emotional waters. And when you move forward and continue, Spirit's telling you, this is a guarantee. If you continue to move forward on your spiritual path, after you figured out what it is you truly desire and you let go of what is dead and gone, right? You take a drink of Spirit's life-giving waters and you move forward on your dreams. You untie yourself to whoever or whatever has tied you up against that post that's making you feel unwell. Pull out of this solitude. Open up your shutters, right? Move forward with, recognize that your dreams and your plans, you're going to see light at the end of the tunnel, because it's always darkest before the dawn. That's typical, right? Chaotic before the big breakthrough. Always, everything feels like a disaster, and then all of a sudden, actually, I wrote that. I have that on my page. Where is it? Where is it? First, you have to do this. Forgive yourself for not knowing what you didn't know until you lived through it. Honor your path, trust your journey, love, grow, evolve, and become, right? But there's a message that I posted, and there is going to be chaos, apparently, conflict resolution. A battle soon rages, conflict, heated debate, maybe that's what's going on. You're advised to remain calm. It's an emotionally charged time. Keep your calm, let everyone say what they need to say. Listen to each person's point of view. Try not to blame. The air is going to be cleared and you're going to know where everybody stands. I feel that there was a hidden agenda that you weren't aware of, but that's what's supposed to be coming. So get into the silence, get clear, right? But don't stay in the silence. Come out of that dark tunnel. Where is it? I posted something. Maybe I posted it on Instagram. Thou shalt not let low vibing, sketchy ass energy penetrate my aura. Well, we did that yesterday, right? We're not going to let that happen. So where is it? If I can't find it right away, I'll move on. It's 11:11, you guys. Make a wish. It's 11:11. Where is it? I don't know where it is, but I'm telling you this: keep calm and go on an adventure. Hell yeah. Here it is. It was a couple days ago. Life has a funny way of working out just when you start to believe it never will. Okay? So Spirit is guaranteeing you through the penguin that there is light at the end of your tunnel if you move forward. Also, they're telling you you've got the ability to adapt to any situation that you're in. We're meant to be flexible. You're a merm person. You can be flexible. Remain centered, like what I just said about the conflict resolution. Stay centered, right? Stay grounded. You're able to do that, and you're able to keep moving forward. Yes, you are. You have a very good connection between the physical and the spiritual. That penguin that was walking away from those three, you have that connection, just as a penguin does. You will know what's expected from you. You've got the ability to create anything you choose. You just need to believe that. You need to let go of the ones who don't support your dream. When Scott started telling me, what he was doing, I was like, right on. You think I was going to dump on that? Hell no. Why? Because we are in sync, right? We have the same ideas. You draw yourself around soul family. Do you think that happened accidentally? Do you think when I asked for a soulmate friend, I said, my lover's not here. I need a friend. I need a soulmate. Bring me a friend. And they brought me a friend that shares my ideas and my beliefs. Do you think that was a mistake? No. So put your intentions out to the world. Allow it to happen. Recognize that you have the ability to create what you want. We create our lives. At this time, as a penguin, you understand what teamwork is. Teamwork is not in that tower by yourself. Teamwork is not the lone wolf in the forest or the dragon by himself in the forest. Teamwork is not staying tied up to your family's farm, unhappy, alone. This is teamwork. Somebody coming to bring you life-bringing waters, emotional connection, kind words, love, right? And this is how you manifest it. You ask for it, you see it happen. You open your shutters, right? So, as a penguin, you know where you're going and what you're trying to accomplish. Yes, you can move through the spiritual and physical realms. You are a lucid dreamer. You are the King of Cups or the Queen of Cups. You're polite, you're proper, you're mannered. You enjoy all kinds of different cultural exchanges. You could be a diplomat of some sort. Politicians. Penguin's telling you that you might be weighed down by your emotions or a negative situation in your life right now, because clearly this mermaid's head is not up, it's down. Right? So you need to find a way to balance yourself, to bring harmony back into your life, because you don't have it right now. It could also recognize and show you that your problems are not as big as you think they are. Right? This is a reminder to keep your head level, keep your head cool. If there's any friction around you, trust your instincts, follow your instincts. You'll know what to do. You know, and you will instinctively know what to do to resolve a situation. That's what's coming forward. So don't get stuck looking at your emotional waters. This reading is freaking awesome. It goes along with everything that I've been feeling and everything I've been watching. And it's like my intention, right? I don't have my head down anymore in my emotional waters. I'm not going to sit here and wait for life to swim up to me. I'm going to swim up and meet it. So open your eyes to the possibilities and accept the help that's offered, because there are people offering help to you. They're offering friendship. You're allowing yourself to be distracted, allowing yourself to feel like you're trapped. You're not trapped. You don't have to be parched emotionally. You don't have to keep your thoughts to yourself. You can share. There are people that want to. And you might be taking for granted the beautiful things and the good things that you have. Because am I going to some island resort? Am I going off to the Bahamas, or, where did I want to go? I always wanted to go to a honeymoon. Where was it? It's got that one big rock. I always, when as a little girl, I said I want to go there for my honeymoon, and it was what is it? Starts with an M-O. I can't think of it right now. But am I there? Am I going there? No, I'm thinking of camping in my car in the forest. That's just as fun for me. You don't have to have all the money to have fun, right? You can have a day trip down to the beach, up to the hills, whatever it is. So stop this. This is what's going on here. This reading all goes together. How many people do you see? How many bodies do you see in each of these? One, right? They're all alone. That's the problem. You're daydreaming. This guy's got great ideas, but they're not going anywhere because he's just a dreamer. This is where the Aries needs to light the fire under the water signs to heat their water up, right? Someone needs to light a fire under your ass to get you moving on your awesome projects. Like Scott, he's got all these, he says, oh, I've got all kinds of ideas, but you know what? He's probably somebody that doesn't follow through with a lot of them, right? So maybe you need a friend in your life that's going to say, let's do it. I'll do it with you. Let's do it. Let's get it done. That's a great idea, but it's only an idea until you do it, right? Like Sandy and I, I've had a dream for a long time about doing a deck, but I never did it. We're doing it now. I know and I have to get up into nature and relax in order to get my thought processes to do that. So you're getting lost in your own world. You're bored. So get over it. Move past it. And it's reached a stage of urgency. So right now, look at the colors. Look at the colors. You have to pay attention to the colors, right? I mean, look, we just had water with this, right? So check it out. I just have to show you this. I've got to go back, and then I gotta wrap it up. This right here. This is leopards. I mean, this is Dalmatian jasper. This is for addiction. Now, addiction to what? Hypochondriac. I'm an obsessive compulsive person. My stepdaughter always thought she was dying of something. Always. She's looking things up on the internet. She thought she had it. And, oh my God, I'm dying. No, you're not. You've got cramps. That's it, because you ate too much. Or you've got gas because you've been eating a ton of cherries. Okay, so this addiction, you can be addicted to negative thinking. You can be addicted to what is that song? You could be addicted to a bad relationship, toxic relationships, right? Addicted to sadness. You can be addicted to alcohol, to drugs, to overanalyzing, overthinking, whatever it is. But you see the dark and the light, right? And then you see hematite, which is a protection stone. And then you see the water, and you see love. So I feel like all of this is going on right here. You are addicted to this third-party situation, to this whatever happened here. You're not letting it go. That's an addiction. You need to release it, right? Recognize you are protected, and you've got love in front of you. Embrace the dark and the light, and swim through your emotional waters. I mean, all of these stones, they come together for a reason. They don't accidentally get chosen. And look at here. You see the exact same colors. This has reached a state of urgency. Someone in your life is saying, I may need care. I sense something is going to happen soon. Get me to a vet. Okay? So if this is your pet asking you this, if there's something that you're noticing unusual about your animal, watch out. I know Liger needs care. I'm giving him medicine in his water, right? For his skin. So if this is a love relationship, there's a couple different things. Physically, they may need physical help. They may need emotional help. They may be in a situation that's toxic for them. It's reached a state of urgency. They need a friend, right? This moray eel, this came up, an electric eel, came up the other day. There's a reason. The electric eel, I think of a moray, right? That's a moray. A moray eel will bite you. An electric eel bit you. That's what told. So sometimes bite. So maybe love. Maybe they've been hurt by someone that they loved. They've been bit by an electric eel. Zap them, right? They're in their emotional waters. They're on the sand, but they're peeking their head out. So they're asking for help. I need help. I need care. Now, in another sense, this is, and I just got a message from Spirit. Pisces, pay attention to red flags. I don't know. So I'm half Pisces, part Pisces, so I need to pay attention. There's a red flag, right? This eel is electric, and they'll bite you. That could be a message. So eel, I have to look it up really quick because that came out really loud. That eel, an electric eel, might bite you. This eel is telling you, this electric eel is telling you he needs care. She needs care. And do you know what the message to the eel is? They're the light in the darkness. Isn't that interesting? Masters of disguise. Camouflage makes them elusive. I know who this electric eel is. Because there's an electrical energy between you and this energy, right? This person. Someone may be camouflaging their feelings, their needs. They are saying, I might need help. I might need care. I'm camouflaging myself. I'm not telling you my true feelings. I'm now worried. Oh shit. Something's going to happen soon. I need to act. That's another message, right? Oh, this has reached a stage of urgency. The eel remains elusive and hidden almost always, the masters of disguise. What's interesting is I'm Celtic, right? I'm Welsh. And in the Celtic legend, they speak about a special eel. This shapeshifter that at times can change and grow legs and walk on land. So it talks about shifting form from the sea to the land. Remember, I got that earlier. Land and the sea. So right now, you might be in the forest above, and you need to come to the forest in the sea. Because Monterey, I'm a diver, right? And that's a sea forest. If you see it, the kelp is giant trees. It's in the water. So right now, someone in your life is telling you they need care, something's going to happen. They might be worried that they're going to lose you. There's an electrical connection here, and there's passion. And Pisces is being told, pay attention to red flags. Pay attention means pay attention. It doesn't, there's a red flag right there. Funny that I heard that. Pisces, pay attention to red flags. So the eel is about adaptability, watching the unseen, the ability to overcome great obstacles, change, travel, stamina, endurance. Eels will transfer magical energy to they're called pearls of wisdom, like their pearls, right? To the ones that walk with them. Clearly adaptable and elusive. Very, very exclusive spiritual and mental clarity of their energy that they have around them. It's kind of like the magician of the sea is what I'm getting, the magician. So the magician needs to pay attention to the red flags, and someone in your life who carries these qualities, who would this represent to you? They're telling you they need care. Your partner has been elusive. They are not telling you how they feel. There's love. There's spiritual connection. They are sticking their head out of their sand, but there's something dangerous next to them. That's fire coral. Fire coral will burn. It won't burn them, but it'll burn me. So somebody that they're friends with or somebody that they are in connection with wants to burn me or has burned me. They're not in a safe place either. They think they are, but they're not. So I think that that's all I want to say. I just got heads up. Heads up, pay attention to red flags. Heads up, earth sign, and pay attention to red flags, water sign. Interesting. Heads up, and there's heads up, and there's pay attention. So it's urgent. So that's it, you guys. At 1 hour and 16 minutes, we're to wrap. And I hope I can upload this quickly before I have to go. Oh my God, I'm supposed to meet Scott in half an hour. Shit.